as a much better option.
Hmm.
And
But
also,
does the Guardian run Master of Consecrations? That might be the issue. He might
you can
think because
trait
of
it.
superior Arya, his Stand Your Ground is the better
Also,
option.
because I've noticed no one is using Scale Venom, which is good for weakness and fractals. Also, vulnerability is not bad. He should, like, there's no Azuras in the party, but for example, something like Radiation Field is pretty decent there if you don't have anyone using Scale Venom.
True, but I think Scarlet Sling Potions is a better option for that fractal. And that's what they might be running now.
I disagree personally. I think for the ads, the weakness is really handy. But I see your point. You could debate either way. Like Scarlet
Yeah,
Sling Potion
exactly.
with 10% damage will help if you're, say, the Ellie and you're FGSing the ads.
They do have a Thief and 2 Guardians. That is a lot of potential blinds, though.
Anyway, so they have the Dredge Power Suit DD. They can FGS his boss if they know how to.
They're not. They're meleeing him.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Which is still a fast option.
Yeah,
Yep.
they can still get him down in one go if they go absolutely nuts with the melee.
Unlikely to get it down in one go, though. I'd say 2 or 3 is
The ice
probably
bows
realistic.
might actually help a lot.
If the thief
But
knows
yeah,
how to
I'm
blink
gonna-
through the platforms as well, that's pretty decent.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and guess it's going to take another one. Meanwhile, Rise to Glory are on the Molten Facility.
We have
bus.
about 25 minutes left of this. There's still a lot that can happen in 25 minutes, so there's no clear winner yet, guys.
Yeah, I mean, if the diplomats, like if Rise to Glory gets a Matron Fractal and dies, that's going to cost them an absolute ton.
But at the same time, if DD gets a Mychin Fractal and does it very quickly, it could gain them a lot of points for a minimal time.
Nothing is
just have
set
to
in
see
stone,
how-
everything can happen.
Have to see how this pans out. I'm guessing the lever
Diplomats are done with
okay.
Dredge.
They're
So the
ruining this
diplomats,
with my delay, you know.
yeah, 14 points for diplomats puts them to 69. Your favorite numbers are Coma.
Only had it because pain was already taken, you know.
Yeah.
Honestly, I tried. It's like, could I pain both? No, 69. Okay. So I have delay. I'm wondering what they're gonna get as a last fractal. I'm hoping to see some My Trins. To me, My Trin is a really interesting fight. And there's lots of different ways you can do it. Oh, Jade Moore. Okay.
So, Lord Jansen, who's annoying?
Who sounds like tired?
I don't know. What does tired sound like? Or is it that someone sounds tired?
Who sounds tired?
I think we all sound tired. We've been doing this for 6 hours now. Give us a break,
And the
guys.
diplomats
Give
have
us
a
a
Jade
break.
Maw.
Yeah, we've been
Jade
organising
Maw.
this shit all day, man.
All month, man. I'll be glad when I can get to something nice and non-stressful, like pushing all of my guildmates to get frickin' fractal guides.
To be fair, Zip has put, and Impale, obviously, like the goal, but Zip has put tons of effort into figuring out all of these times.
Zip has put a ton of effort figuring out the point list. And
Yeah.
it
Yet
came
I
out
don't get any
really,
money
really
at
well.
the end of this.
You get appreciation.
I get
You
the
get our
3
love.
copper.
You
I
get
got
our
the 3
love.
copper.
You get 3 copper and an e-hug. It's
You
like
get
a
3
hug
copper
made out
and
of
our love.
pixels. Which is plenty.
So it was me he
Yeah.
meant.
We don't know. You probably all sound pretty tired.
We probably do at this point, but it is quite an interesting tournament with a lot of things happening. So it is completely worth it.
I've really enjoyed this tournament as well, actually. Every minute of it's been interesting to watch.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's not often you see people doing, like, if you go on YouTube, search dungeon or fractal, and you'll see loads and loads of dungeons, and not many fractals. And I really hope this tournament highlights how interesting fractals can be.
I'm pretty sure it will, especially since we've had so many diverse compositions and we saw the compositions that ended up being in the finals. It really means that it's quite a different approach from dungeons, which is a good thing, to be honest.
I agree.
Yes, little correction. It's 66 points to DD, not 69. I made a little mistake there.
Seems like Rise to Glory are just about to face the final boss.
Which should instantly melt. With a perfect banish from the Guardian.
Such delay.
And Rise to Glory gets an extra 14 points, putting them at 73, which is 7 points ahead of DD. Until DD finish the Jade Maul, of course.
Jade Maw are absolutely
Oh,
DD
Dredge again. Want to bet they
they're
get Jade Maul?
burning those Ivica Jondies on DD.
Yeah, people are starting to lose focus. It has been a long run. I think the finals are really the point where you can really test the endurance of a player. Because doing fractal 50s for 3 times 90 minutes is a lot. A lot,
That's
even if
like
you love fractals.
essentially 6 fractal 50s in one go. I mean, you can't blame them for being tired.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I suppose we can measure this up against the previous scores and see if their scores have gone down from such a long run. And there's 20 minutes left.
There's still so much that can happen in 20 minutes.
One wrong fractal can totally destroy everything.
But also, one good fractal could totally change everything.
Yeah. Like if Rise to Glory does this
Perfectly.
these buttons properly with stealth instead of sending, the thief up, they very, very easily could overtake them. But the diplomats just finished Jade Maul, so they get 9 points. And that puts them to 75, 2 points ahead of RTG.
I know people are making jokes about this guy's skill clicking and stuff, but to be honest, he's playing really well, and they're in the
Yeah,
finals.
the people making jokes about his skill clicking are worse than him. So, what does that say about you?
Whether
He's
he
playing
skill
really
clicks
well,
or
and
whether he has his shit macro and keybind, it doesn't matter as long as whatever works.
you can't judge people based on that. He's playing well, and they're doing amazing to be in a final like this. They're doing a great job at the moment.
And the diplomats just finished their Jade Maul, zoning to the next one. Meanwhile, Rise to Glory
is doing it
Fractal.
properly. Yes, Rise to Glory is going to make up for some time here.
Ooh, nice Rise to Glory. Do you know how to stealth properly?
Ooh,
Diplomats are spending their time re-rolling. This could cost them even more.
For anyone wanting to take tips, by the way, Rise to Glory are doing Dredge the correct way, or at least the way we'd like to do it in King. Except they have one person running around, which is not really necessary, but it's not ruining anything, so it's fine.
That's one way to do it. You could
Great job
also,
by Rise to Glory there.
if you avoid the sentry up ahead, you could just run straight into the smoke cloud and use that for stealth. Don't need to wait around that way.
Yeah, there is no need to Diablo here or kill.
So it looks like RTG have bombs, which is slightly quicker and also less frustrating than cannons. They have some dredge pulled there. It's quite an interesting place. I've never had dredge that far before. Looks like it was in clear all the ads. I think generally stacking about 30 seconds of stealth with console, well not the console, but the like the stealth thing is a safe amount. So DD have swamp. Let's see how they do.
I really am surprised we didn't see more engineers in the party compositions, though.
Yeah, I think engineers, especially in fractals, are a very underrated class. They can
Absolutely.
offer a lot of different support utility to the party, like vuln capping, along with might, condition removal, water fields, like
The
stun
occasional
breaks.
stealth.
Yeah, stealth. You have engineers who are amazing. They have a very broad range of skills to use in fractals.
And the damage is actually good.
What did DD have as second that last time? It was uncategorized, wasn't it? Yeah, no, it is
Yeah, I
75.
think it was categorized.
People are complaining in the chat. It is 75, not 74. Just went and checked.
So they have Bloom
Six.
Hunger.
They had 66, and they got 9 from Jade Moss, so they go to 75. Yes.
So as for Bloom Hunger, they're stacking might on top of him.
Works fine.
I'm
No,
not
they
sure why the
didn't.
thief is
I can
using
control Z
shotgun.
on the spreadsheet, Alucard, and they
Oh,
had 66. And I control Z it even more to make sure I didn't accidentally do the wrong to 66.
they should really mess up the thief.
They really should. But they
He's
did.
up. Still good. They got the walls of reflects up directly on top of him. That's the best place to put
Meanwhile,
it.
the diplomats have Swamp and they are killing Bloomhunger. Bloomhunger
Yep.
being at 30%. It is getting insanely close as we approach the final 15 minutes of this tournament.
I reckon we're gonna. I reckon RTG could probably do this in the last fractal, and if they're extra quick, they could even try for you know, a second swamp.
Oof. RTG wiped at the end of the
Oh,
bombs.
well, actually, crap.
It is not a long run and they have a thief. They can skip the ad still.
Yeah.
That's very true. I think one. I wasn't watching that stream, but I think one person must have ran out of stealth or something.
It happens, as we said earlier, it has been a long, long, long 4.5 hours of fractal for them.
You can
Being at the maximum of their playing capacity, not
you can see
AFKing.
it in their scores. They probably won't break 90, and you can see that the time of the tournament is taking its toll. But with these two groups, they're so close anyway. I don't think the time of the tournament's going to change it.
And apparently I would like to thank all our viewers because Mr. Taku, who donated the Pink Wagon backpacks for the 8th spot, is informing us that we currently have more viewers than the Tournament of Legend qualifiers, which is an amazing
Yay!
feat. So yay! Thanks for everyone who is watching this, and thanks again for everyone who participated and are still participating in this.
As for the Rise to Glory, they are burning champion Rabsovich very quickly.
Are already past him, headed on to the boss, which is Mining Suit, the easy one.
They have no FGS, but they could probably still burn it in maybe 2 to 3 melee.
Meanwhile, the diplomats have killed Bloomhunger and are on the uncategorized fractal, which was really, really a good pick for them on the last round.
They
However,
rerolled
this
though,
round-
so this is their first.
However, this round, the uncategorized fractal has, been a bit of a downfall for them earlier on, when I think
Absolutely.
the Thief made a couple of mistakes which cost them a bit of time earlier on, but there's still stuff to play for, so yeah. But overall, this Thief has done an amazing job throughout the entire tournament, both stealthing and helping out her team.
If they play it well with a little bit of pressure, knowing it's the last mile, the last lap, they might be able to pull something amazing off and be able to roll something. Because there are still 12
On
minutes
the
left.
other hand, a little bit of pressure might be just what they need to screw everything up, so...
We never know, we will see, but the scores once again are extremely tight.
RTG isn't having the Thief blink up, and they lost aggro on the boss there for a second. But they got him now.
Someone just a link multi-watch in the chat if any of you want to see it instead. As for Rise to Glory, they are burning the legendary Dredge Power Suit really quickly, which is nice.
They've made a mistake before. This is their third pull. They'll be able to finish him now, but it isn't that quick. Then again, it is faster than the Diplomat's Dredge run because they, because of the buttons.
You can see
The
the
button spark,
Guardians
yeah, with
using
stealth.
Smite on the Scepter, which does a lot of damage to the Dredge Power Suit, for example, though.
Smite on Scepter is really underrated with target
And
hitboxes as well.
RTG
And
has
he got some pretty good burst of his greatsword as well. We need to dodge. Oh, the Aegis saved him. Fair enough.
and RTG has finished Dredge, so that's 11
What will they
points.
get next?
Let's hope for a Mitrin. Actually, no, Mitrin 10 minutes is pretty tight. They'd
It is
probably rather
pretty
something
tight.
like Jade Moore probably be the best bet for them.
Speaking of, I'm going to go announce to them that there's Matron. They know how much time they've got left. They're not risking that.
That
They're playing
rerolling
it
is the
safe.
best thing. Yeah,
It
it
is
is
the
possible to
safest
do a
play for right
Mitrin
now.
within 10 minutes, but I would do the same if I was in their situation. You want to play this safe, and the best bet for them now would probably to get a underwater or swamp. Yeah, underwater or swamp's probably their best bet now.
On the other hand, the diplomats are still on the 4 bosses with 3 members dead, and the shaman's still alive, so it does
So
not
it
look
will
good
be
for the diplomats.
interesting if they will finish that in time or not. But they
There
still have
are
10
only
minutes,
10 minutes
and
left.
they did
They
prove
can.
though last time at the end of round 2 that they can really pull stuff back.
If RTG can finish a water or 2 swamps, they will win. Because if the diplomats finish this Harpy, they'll get 11 points because they rerolled a tier 1. And that will put them just 6 points ahead of RTG. So it's all about whether they can get those 6 points. And whether the diplomats can actually, finish Harpy in the next
Did the
9-8 minutes.
streamer just relog?
Looks like something like that happened.
That may have cost him a bit of time, but I guess they can allow him.
Oh, I know what happened. They restarted. He restarted his client, but he didn't set his streaming program to record it again. So I'm going to go warn them about that, and also warn them that they have 8 minutes left.
Yeah, I said if they can quite.
User left
I
your
reckon they can
channel.
quite confidently finish a water within this amount of time. That would be their best bet in terms of securing the points, or even swamp. But 8 minutes is plenty of time to do a water fractal.
Absolutely. On the other hand, the diplomats are still in uncategorized. They are back at the 4 bosses, and they are taking down the shaman.
User joined your channel.
Ooh,
They
it's a
did
bit
really well
slower than
before.
last time, but actually the shaman, now I look at it, it's burning pretty quick.
It is burning pretty quickly. They had him Icebow 5'd earlier, and now
Yeah,
it
get
looks
some
like
good DPS out on him when he's stunned. They're channeling another one because of nice, 2 Icebear 5s, that's pretty good technique.
it's a pretty good technique. And they have those 2 warriors. If the warriors are running decent builds, it should help their DPS a bit, even though it is a shame they are not taking advantage of that thief damage.
I don't think they're using frailty sigils with the wielding. If you look at their vuln stacks, they're not
Yeah, it is really
particularly
low.
high.
It is a shame that the thief is not pistol whipping it.
Yeah,
Rise to Glory really wants to get their stream back. If they finish, say, a swamp while that stream is down, they will not get the points for it.
because they have to have that stream up, and they
They
really need
have
to
to
get
have
it
that
up
stream
shortly.
up, otherwise it is an unfair advantage.
It would be really, really bad for this entire thing to come down to a buggy stream.
Have
It would be
you
really sad.
It'd be oh, I see a little circle on the screen.
Yeah, I got that too, and it's gone now.
Nothing. Okay.
Still black.
Have you asked them? You talked to them, Zip?
I did tell them they needed to set their stream because it was black, and oh, they've restarted again.
Oh, it's loading.
Not for me. Hashtag delay.
Hashtag the whole internet. Hashtag thank the queen.
Still black, still black.
Still
I've
black,
got so
still
many
black,
tabs
still
open at
not
the
gonna
moment,
do it.
including
It
Guild
would be
Wars.
really bad if it came down to that.
If they're using OBS, they must have unchecked it in their OBS thing.
In their source list for their scene.
Shit. They better have water, because if they finish a swamp before getting that back up, it's not good. Hang on. I'm going to go tell them again.
Yeah.
1 second, I
User
will do
left your
something.
channel.
Oh, fuck.
It'll be extremely disappointing now if they, they finished it before the screen came back up. There'd be no proof it happened. It really sucks for the other team as well. On the other hand, the diplomats,
joined your
there is
channel.
under 5 minutes left, and they are killing the Etin. They still have the time for this if they're quick. But if they make any screw
That
ups,
must
then
have been it. They've got the video backup. RTG's got the video backup.
Alright,
must
I
have
was
been the
sending
problem.
Megger PM telling him to show that PM and the kill of the boss with the time in case their stream didn't come back up.
Oh, they should have at least brought Bloomhunger down while he was fixing his stream. This could be very close. They've got 4.5 minutes left.
4.5 minutes, you guys can do it. If you get Bloomhunger, balls deep it.
Oh.
Even then, I don't know. If the Diplomats can finish this Harpy before the end of the match, they've won.
The Diplomats are barely getting to the stairs right now.
Oh, actually no, 5 minutes, that is enough time for them to finish his Harpy. We learnt from last time they can do it really quickly if they put their mind to it.
It all
that's the
depends on the
problem.
performance they will have
They
because it has
cannot
been a long
afford
run.
any screw ups now, and the thief has
Neither can RTG.
the thief has to be amazing on the last skip. If they make any screw up now, they will fail. And as for RTG, they got Bloomhunger. They got Bloomhunger.
Right now, RTG is at 84 and DD is at 78, but if DD finishes their Harpy, they'll be ahead by 6 points. So RTG needs to finish 2 swamps if they want to stay in the lead. And
Ooh,
they've only
this is
got
very
3.5
close.
minutes left to do it.
It
so
looks like RTG will probably kill the Bloomhunger in about 2 minutes. So they won't have time for a second swamp. On the other hand, if DD don't finish, they automatically lose. But if they do finish, they win. So it looks like we're going to be watching
it's
DD
all up to
very shortly.
Diplomats. If they
Yeah.
have another thing with that thief slipping off over and over again, then RTG has won, but
If
As
DD
we said
holds
earlier,
together,
it
they
comes
should
down
be
to the
fine.
final minutes, guys. It comes down, as always, to the final minutes on this fight.
Final minutes make all the difference.
I'm really proud of the points spreadsheet now that it's coming this close.
It's
It
the
has
point
always
spreadsheet
been
is
coming
amazing.
this close. The point sheet is amazing. Zip did an amazing job for it.
Okay, so they have killed old Tom, and there is 3 minutes left. If they do not screw this up, they can still make this.
We are watching the thief pre-stealth. He got his blasts off. He got all his blasts off.
Is he going to push it too far? He is not pushing it too far. He's stealthed. He's good.
That is the safe bet. That is the better thing to do.
Bloomhunger's dead. RTG has 87 points.
There is not really enough time for them to do another swamp now, unless
No,
they're
there
very
isn't.
lucky.
No, there's 2 minutes. Even the speedrun time is... they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
It's all up to whether diplomats can finish this, because they did wipe once
Ooh.
last time.
Everyone
They've
pay
went up
attention.
first try, no problems happening.
Everyone pay attention
Yeah, but
to
they've got
diplomats.
less than 2 minutes left.
It is still very doable.
Yeah,
If they balls
I
deep
think
it.
diplomats have got this at the moment.
It will be their second time winning by a hair's breadth on
Yeah.
this fractal, on this fight.
However,
But
there's still
Harpies
stuff
really
to
love
lose.
them.
They cannot afford to make a mistake here. They're going straight in again. They're going straight in.
Yeah, RTG isn't going to make any more points. It's all up to the diplomats. If they screw up here, it's over.
It looks
they
like
didn't.
it's going
It looks
pretty
like
well. No
they
one's
got
losing
it.
health. Reflex are on point.
I said, like, the disconnect on the stream really hurt RTG, but sadly there's nothing we could have done about that.
And they could have still brought Blue Hunger to 1% while that was disconnected, so...
That is true.
I don't think
that is
it
true.
would have
sucks.
changed much because the odds of them getting a swamp
Diplomats
straight
did it.
after that.
Diplomats have won the
Yeah.
tournament. 11 points to
Congratulations,
diplomats.
Congratulations, diplomats. You did amazingly.
The
By
diplomats have
2
won the tournament.
points. By
By
2
2
points
points.
in the last 40 or 50 seconds. That is incredible.
That is amazing. Congratulations, diplomats.
Alright, I'm gonna break the news to Rise to Glory. Shit. That's
However,
gonna suck.
diplomats did win. It did amazingly, but also Rise to Glory also did an amazing
User
job.
left your channel.
Both the teams performed very well throughout this tournament.
Both teams did extremely well.
Very, very well indeed. Diplomats always pulling out amazing stuff on Harpy Fractal. Like on the last boss, they're always straight in with that kill very successfully, very quickly. They always pull it together.
Once the news has been broken down, I will let you and Zip entertain and talk about what happened while I distribute the prizes for the tournament to the winners, starting from the top and going to the bottom.
Also, just say people saying this is
User joined your channel.
RNG-based tournament. That is not true. We sorted out points, and we proved this point system works successfully because of how close it was every single time.
Look at the top 4 and the top
do we
finals.
want-
Everyone
do-
is close to 890.
Do we want to drag the representatives for RTG and DD into this stream and see what they have to say?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
User
Great
was
idea.
moved to your channel. User was moved to your channel.
Welcome.
Welcome and
Representatives from
congratulations,
Welcome, guys. You did amazingly.
DD and RTG. Do you have anything to say to the people watching the stream?
You're free to talk on here if you'd like. You can bring.
Yes, sure.
Yeah,
Why
sure.
not? Go for it. Who do we bring in?
Just bring in your team, tell them to connect, and we'll drag them here. We are waiting for DD to bring in their team
yeah,
to give us a word.
They aren't in the they aren't in our TeamSpeak yet, but when they do, we'll move them in.
We'll have a really nice discussion about this. So that was an
User
amazing
disconnected from
tournament,
your
guys. I'd
channel.
like to thank every single person or team that
User was moved
participated
to your
and
channel.
everybody for watching.
Hello, Gish.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello,
From
Gish.
RTG.
Yeah.
You did a really good job today, man.
You guys did amazing today.
Yeah.
We would like to congratulate you and thank you for
Thanks.
participating in the tournament.
You were really strong throughout that entire thing, and you pretty much just steamrolled through all the fractals. That was a very unfortunate error you had there near the end.
User was moved to your channel.
Yeah. I don't know what happened at the last part, but I don't know what to say except for the people who watch. Thanks for watching.
Thank you very much for participating.
Yeah. Thanks for organizing this as well. We
You're
had
welcome.
fun.
You're also rich, so yay.
By the way, for the people who participated, make sure it is the right name of the right characters are written down on the roster, on the fractal spreadsheet that was passed around. So